Hello there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks, episode 79. 79, I'm your host, Dr. Sheep, joined by my co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Hi.
Let's roll the intro. There we go.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts are broken down into parts. 4 parts. First we have how our weeks have been, followed by the news, followed by your comments. There actually are lots of comments this week. And then followed by a random fourth topic that we forgot to discuss. Anyways, so why were you late today? We're gonna talk about your week. Why were you?
Yeah.
So what happened at work?
What is this? What are the words? There was just hell to do.
Ah.
Oh, I want the other S word up there.
Shame?
It's 4 letters.
Seldom?
I mean, it starts and ends with the same 2 letters as slut.
Yeah. Are we on the?
I want that word up there.
Are we on the range? Like the home on the range? So seldom is used as a discouraging word.
What?
Oh my god! So you know, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, seldom is heard as a discouraging word.
Yeah.
You know what seldom means?
No, I cannot give a dictionary definition of seldom.
Rare.
Can you? Rare?
Yeah.
Oh.
Pretty
That
much.
sounds like a synonym.
Rare or uncommon.
Uncommon. Why do you bring that up?
Oh, because like you were talking about the other S word, and I'm like, well, we live on the range, kind of. We're out in the prairie, so
Okay.
seldom. Is that the other word you're looking for?
No. I literally said it's
I
4
mean-
letters, starts with an S,
Well, I said
as in slut.
Well, I said seldom before you said before you said 4 letters.
Well, it's 4 letters. Anyways, no. And you know which word I want up there?
Yeah, I know exactly what word you want up there. I'm not gonna let you. I will literally put the F word up there before I let you.
Wait, why?
I don't know, just to torture you.
Why? That word is just, I had a.
They'll be up there eventually as I start to care less and less as views don't climb.
Because,
as high as
I've
we
gone
want them
into
to.
stores before, and, random employees, I've just used the word in a
They're
sentence.
not supposed to.
But they do.
I know they do. They're not supposed to, though.
So how's your day? We just got lots and lots of blank to do.
Work. Just say work.
No, they didn't say work.
Labor.
They didn't say labor.
Ah.
They said the S word.
Well,
And
was it a
I just
busy
kind of
weekend?
nodded it off. I was like, yeah,
Was it a busy
I can relate. What?
Was it a busy weekend?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it was.
We are $50,000 away from hitting $1 million in sales this week.
This week?
This week.
Oh my god.
They want us to hit $1 million in sales this
I don't
week.
think they'll do it.
We are $50,000 away. Well, that was their goal. I don't think we're going to, yeah. I mean...
That's crazy. Menards is even... No, Menards. Not in a week. Sometimes in a week we'll hit $1 million, but...
In 1 week? Well, probably like Christmas week, right? Or
No.
Just
random weeks in the summer.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
when
it would
home
be
building.
that freaking busy. Yes.
Yeah,
But that requires, building materials to sell, $300,000 worth of crap.
yeah. No, but this is just some random week, and they were $50,000 away from hitting $1 million in sales.
That's crazy. What pissed me off? Oh my god. So I drive past we're talking about.
Wait, so we're done talking about me now?
All right, we're talking about busy because this stupid football game that came to town screwed me over.
How?
Did you notice gas prices all went up 10 cents?
No, I haven't noticed. It was $2.99 for the longest time.
Yep, it's now $3.09.
Is it really?
Yes. I drove So Friday, I'm on my home from work. On my way from work.
Is
I'm
it
pretty
still at 309? Or is it going back
it's-
down?
No. This
Oh,
was
they're gonna-
yesterday.
Well, I'm kind of curious if they're going to drop it, on
No.
Monday. No?
They will keep it at 309 until I don't get why it's so high. So now gas prices must be going up and ethanol prices must be going down.
Chicken prices are going up
Why?
because there's a shortage in labor, there's a shortage in chickens, and there's a shortage in truck drivers.
Of course. Shortage of everything.
There was, for the longest time, you could get a big...
No wonder my chicken cost me $24.
Yeah, for the longest time, you could get a big bag of breaded chicken at Hy-Vee for $18.99. Now its sale price, ad price, is $22.99.
How many pounds is that?
10, I think.
I need to buy that. Because those chicken strips I buy, those are like 6 something. They're like 2.5 pounds.
I mean,
well,
no, it's not 10 pounds. We do have, because I'm trying to, because I do know something that is 10 pounds, and it does not weigh 10 pounds.
well,
It might
okay.
be more like 5.
So like my unbread stuff is 10 pounds. Okay, that's not a good deal, period. So like my unbread stuff is 10 pounds. That cost me $20 back in the day. Now it costs $24.
Because, I mean, it's in a big bag,
Yeah.
but, and I mean, it's filled. There's not a lot of air in it. But I'm just trying to remember, like, just how much it felt like in terms of weight. I don't know. You'll have to go there and see.
well,
It's at the bottom shelf below the Tyson.
anyways, I drive past this gas station that's $2.95, and I'm pretty sure they're still going to be $2.95 this week. And I'm
Where do you
like,
find $2.95 at?
it's a random gas station on 70th Street. I don't know why, but it is. Anyways,
On 70th.
yeah.
Where? On
I don't
70th and
know.
what? Oh, you don't know?
I don't know. It's past. I don't know where it is.
Because everywhere else is like $2.99.
Nope. This is $2.95, and I'm like, okay. Well, in Val, it was $2.95 where my grandma lives. It was $2.95 last time I got gas there. So I'm like, okay. Well, instead of getting gas Friday, I'll just get it Saturday after I mow. $3.05, and I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to do that. And I'm like, well, it's still $2.99 in at these gas stations.
Where?
Right out my apartment.
Oh.
Or I thought they were. I
Well, yeah,
get there,
I
they're
guess-
$3.09, and I'm like, and the thing is, my gas light is on. Now, granted, I could have actually made it to that other gas station because
You still had enough
my
gas?
meter does not work. I had like 4 gallons.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm like, okay. I still had like 2, maybe 3 or 4. I don't remember. It was a much larger number than I was expecting to have in my tank, and I'm just like, are you kidding me? I could have.
Yeah.
So I paid for $3.09 gas when I could have had $2.95. I could have had $3.05, but I thought no. But I got screwed. I spent $65 on gas. I was pissed. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's not even 1 day's worth of work. That's more than a day's worth of work. I have to work 2 days to make that.
Wait.
Pisses me off.
65? You don't make $65 in a day? Yeah, you do.
Oh, I do. Never mind.
Easily.
I
I
make like $40 more than that.
Yeah. See,
I make about 500.
that's more than
actually.
65.
I make about $540 a week before tax. No,
After tax?
well, whatever 16 times 40
Times it by 0.8.
0.215. No,
215? Oh, is that your rate?
0.21. Yeah, I calculated it one day.
21%?
Yeah, about 21%, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
I calculated because I was looking at I was like trying to figure out if I was going to be able to afford to live in this apartment, which I can, barely.
Really?
Well, no, I can do it comfortably, and I can pay my bills comfortably, kind of. I'm scared to see if this gas bill isn't an average this winter. I will not be. I will be asking for spare change. Oh my God, $40 for 12 kilowatt hours of gas. That is just, that pisses me off how high that is.
12 kilowatts?
12 kilowatts. That's nothing. I could hook a propane tank up to it right now and it'd be cheaper.
Are you sure it didn't also include like the self-starter fee and all that?
That was last time.
Oh.
This time it was $40 just for gas. Luckily, it only cost me $28 because I had a credit in my account because I paid $10 over last time.
Mm-hmm.
But it was $38. And I'm like, are you joking right now? I'm gonna, if it's $40 next time, I'm calling them. Because I'm like, I am not, what is going on here?
Yeah.
If it's still 12 kilowatt hours, I'm calling them. Because I'm like, I'm not paying $40 for what is essentially a warm shower and hot water. That's all I'm paying for right now. In the winter, okay, yeah, I'll be willing to pay $40 because, well, I don't want my pipes to freeze and I don't want to die.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm not, no. That's, oh my God. 12 kilowatt hours. 12? I called, like, my roommates, they're like, we spend like $12 and get hundreds of and get like 100 kilowatts.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm
Mine's not even that bad.
I know! No one's is! I don't know why this apartment's rate is so damn high. What's your electricity bill?
I should take a picture and send it to you. $40? 20? I forget.
Oh, okay, but you're splitting it. If
We
it's
split
40,
it.
okay, that makes more sense.
I think it's 40 total because we split it, and I think my share was 20.
What? I know how much mine is?
What?
70!
Bud?
I don't know, kilowatts, but whatever the case, all the utilities that come here are just outrageously expensive. Now, granted, compared to where you and my roommates live, I live in a bit nicer part of town, so maybe that's why.
Yeah.
But well, you also don't run a dishwasher. You also don't run a dryer.
Yeah, we have a dryer. Well, I don't know how that works because there's a washer and dryer that in the facility, and so I wonder if that's split between 4 people, between the 4 units.
No, that's.
They cover
Do you
the
pay
landlord.
for it?
What?
Do you pay for it?
Oh yeah. We pay quarters.
Yeah, you don't pay for it then.
Oh.
If you're paying quarters to use it, you're not paying for any electricity
Oh.
bill. That's the point of the quarters.
Yeah, that's why I go home.
Yeah.
I when it gets colder out in the winter, I'm gonna pay for it just so I don't have to drive home.
Yeah.
And because I was like, I'm just gonna save my money now, and just do laundry at home, and get like a free lunch along the way, or, you know.
Yeah.
But I figured,
You know your mom.
yeah. Mom always has free food.
Well,
in the
if
fridge.
you wait 3 hours, there's food, especially for dinner.
Oh yeah, I can wait 3 hours and get dinner too. But I meant there's always food in the fridge for lunch.
Oh yeah.
Because I go at lunchtime to wash my clothes.
Yeah. But if you want to go there for dinner, you show up at 6 thinking dinner's ready, and then she's like, "Oh, it'll be 3 more hours." It's like, "Come again?
Come again?
Come again? 9 o'clock? I need to be in bed by 10. What the hell is this?"
You do.
Yes.
You do.
I
I'm
don't need
okay
to
going
be
to
in
bed,
bed.
but I go to bed at like midnight.
Well, lucky you, because if I go to bed at midnight, I wake up at 6:30 next morning. I want to die.
Yeah.
Actually, Friday was terrible because I went to bed like 11:30, and then my brain was like, "Hey, it's 6 o'clock. Get up." And I'm like, "No, I want an extra half hour of sleep."
Yeah.
So I
but
was wanting to die.
because it's $1 to wash and then 75 cents to dry. And
Yeah.
you know that adds up.
Yeah, it does. I mean, I
That
only do
adds
laundry
up.
like once a week.
And I mean, so do I. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll just wait until wintertime when it gets too cold and I just don't want to carry my clothes through the snow.
Well, at this point, it might be better to do quarter stuff because looking at my electricity bill, I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I'm really curious, but I don't know how many kilowatts I use. Maybe I just use a lot more kilowatts. I don't know why, but maybe I do.
Yeah. I mean, because
But again, I think it's also just different parts of town.
I'll have to ask because my roommate has all the actual numbers. Because he takes a picture or whatever, or sends me like the amount or whatever. You know, I just give him my half or whatever. But I don't see all the fine print of, you know, what the actual. I did see for the first month. Because the first month he left all the mail on the table. It was like this. Here, if you want to look through this. But all the other months he has it set up on auto pay.
I don't.
And that way, because he said he's put it all on auto pay so he doesn't forget. Well, when he did that, I don't think it sends him mail anymore. Tell him what the bill is.
Well,
He can look it up going into like the service online, but it doesn't send him like a bill, like a paper version.
I don't have auto pay. I do have it set up on everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use it.
Yeah.
Because I'm scared.
What do you mean?
Because like it's such a large number. It's not like a few bucks. No, these are massive. We're talking hundreds of dollars every single time.
Wait for your rent, or what?
Like paying utilities, they're almost $100 each every time. Internet's $70, electricity is $70.
Holy moly! Oh well, I guess you have high-speed internet.
It's Allo. That was literally their basic set.
I pay.
And I didn't want to pay for installation for Spectrum. That's also kind of crap.
My half. I guess so. I'll multiply it by 2.
You spend about $20 on your internet.
$140. So my share of utilities is $70.
Yeah.
Because we have renter's insurance, Wi-Fi.
That's a part of my rent.
What?
That's $15 added to my rent.
Oh, well, we had to buy renter's insurance on top of our rent, but it's only like.
I mean, I did.
It's only like $10.
I mean, I did as well. It's $40 per month plus the 15. So instead of it being $880,
yeah,
it's less than $800 for rent.
Mm-hmm.
But once you add the $40, the water, and the $15, I mean, I guess it's over the 8. But the point is that electricity is 70, gas is 40, electricity is 70. None of that is a small number, and I need to keep track of those very large numbers and when they're being pulled out of my account.
Yeah, because I too have gas, electricity. No, I don't have water.
No, water is in my rent.
Yeah, water. No, and then
rate.
renter's insurance.
Oh, I guess the refuge services are also
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, well, the refuge services are also in there, and the whole thing was I didn't want to pay for Spectrum to come out and install, and I know how Spectrum internet is, and I'm like, I do not want Spectrum internet.
We have Windstream, I think.
Oh.
We literally got the cheap. He literally got the cheapest thing.
Oh.
He said, I mean, I don't use a whole lot of Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
He said, I'm just gonna get the cheapest thing they have. Is that cool with you? I was like, yeah, I don't really need high-speed internet or whatever. I mean, we have 20 megabytes a second, and I've never had an issue.
Well, see, the problem wasn't like slowdown issues at the house. It was just it not working. It would just not work some days, and you're just like, cool.
Really?
And Spectrum could not figure out what the problem was. I don't know if they ever fixed it. I think it was just there were too many devices on the thing. But simply put, we would just lose internet for minutes at a time. It would just stop working.
Really?
And it would slow down. I think it was because we were overloading it, but I don't know. It was really irritating. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that.
So you got Allo?
Plus, it was already installed. All I have to do is plug the damn thing in and call.
Allo?
Yeah. I'm like, the router was sitting there in my closet.
What is your speed?
500 megabits per second.
Oh yeah, I think.
Up and down. Up and down. That's the crazy part. Up. Anyways, so let's while you do that, let me talk about the setup behind me for when I was supposed to make a video today.
Oh yeah, you haven't done a video on this? Holy moly! You got more than 500.
Nope, it's slowing down. See?
Oh, that jumped up to like 800.
Yeah. See, it's
oh, there
it's
we go.
coming back down to earth.
What the heck? Yeah, mine goes up to like here.
Yeah. Yeah, and look at my up.
500.
Yeah, I told you it's 5 up, 5 down. YouTube videos take seconds to upload. Podcast seconds to upload. We're talking 2 hours worth of footage.
Why do you need so fast though?
That's their basic.
That's the lowest they have?
I don't know, but they
had nothing cheaper?
that was their standard package. I didn't know if there was a cheaper package. I didn't really care.
What? You didn't? Well, I mean, when you're paying for it, you didn't care?
Also, I mean, but the thing about this is, though, there's no issues ever. I haven't had any issues. The only issues I'm having currently, I don't think it's the Wi-Fi. I think it's just Voodoo. When I'm watching Seinfeld, it cuts out every now and then. But otherwise, I have no issues.
Yeah.
I have Wi-Fi in the parking lot, which is irritating sometimes. But if I'm
Why is it? Oh, because your phone connects it. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Well, how? I get Wi-Fi in my parking lot.
yeah, but you're on this first floor.
I mean, we're halfway underground, kind of.
Yeah, but trust me, we're a lot further
Anyways,
away.
it's so annoying because it's not fat. It's like the lowest thing. It's like my phone's connected to it. It's like, hey, we're connected to Wi-Fi, but it's too slow to do anything like Google Maps. So like if I want to search for a destination, it'll just spin and spin and spin. And so I have to turn off Wi-Fi so I can use data so it'll load up my destination.
So anyways, let's talk about the teleprompter today. So
We'll skip the rest of my day.
well, how else was the rest of your day?
I mean, I could go on and on.
Normally you have nothing to say. Now you have all kinds of things to say.
Oh, I mean, talking about my week is boring. Talk about this specific day. Oh, there was...
What happened?
Oh, well, let's start the day off at 8 a.m.
Okay, exciting things, not just.
Oh, no. Something exciting did happen at like 8:30 a.m.
Oh, what was that?
I started my shift at 8. Someone came in and stole about $200 worth of meat.
How did they do that?
They walked out the door with it.
How do you walk out the door with $200 worth of meat?
They just didn't pay for it. So what they did was they had it in their car. So they came by, to the meat counter, My manager's over there, cutting meat or whatever. And, they ordered 6 8-ounce mignons. And they didn't want the ones in the counter because they're brown. And so, my manager goes...
Aged.
And yeah. Well, I mean, it was like 2 days old, maybe.
Okay, so I want a deal on that.
What?
I want a deal on that then.
No.
The brown. Why not?
No, the brown means nothing. Color does not indicate freshness.
Well, it's been on there for 2 days.
I said 2 days. It's probably not even.
Okay.
All that happens, the brown just means that it's been oxygenated.
I'm just
You
giving
can
crap.
literally have it sit out for like an hour and it'll turn brown.
This thief could have gotten a deal.
And you can not only that, it can unturn brown too if you take away the air too.
Anyways.
Anywho,
so
we go in the back to get her some fresh ones. By the way, she's wearing all sweats and stuff. I don't know that matters, because just so you know her attire. I mean, she didn't look like someone that's walking with millions of dollars. She just kind of looked like a basic person. She looked like someone who rolled out of bed at 8 o'clock in the morning. Let's go buy groceries.
$50 worth of filet mignon.
I'm not done.
Oh no!
That wasn't $50. That was $137.
Oh, so that's a third of which. Okay.
She bought 6 8-ounce mignons, which was $137.
It's $137. So that's okay. That's a third of what she stole.
Yeah, and then she also bought 3 cowboy ribeyes. Do you know what a cowboy ribeye is? It's like basically a ribeye, but a very thick cut with the bone in it.
Why? Why not just get fillets?
What?
Why not just get all fillets?
She wanted a ribeye.
She wants diversity in the things she steals, I guess.
Well, some people actually I've heard people that think ribeyes are better than mignons.
I mean, they have more flavor, but
yeah, literally mignons have no fat. It's the part of the cow that the muscle is not used, which is why it's so tender, because there's no muscle fibers that are being worked. Whereas the ribeye is basically it has all that fatty, juicy stuff that then when you go to cook it, it gives it some flavor, and it's also very tender. Anywho, I'm getting off topic. Those cowboy ribeyes, she got 3 of them,
yes.
were $90.
Okay.
So there's $200 right there.
Yeah. What was the last $100 of meat?
I said 200.
Oh, okay.
But no,
So
she,
she got like 2 meals?
she did also. Oh wait, no. I think she did also get 4. I think 4 New York strips,
Those were the cheap part of this?
and then I think she also got some other stuff in the multi-deck. Over in the multi-deck.
They are just the big.
Over in the multi-deck, we have like roasts and other like cuts of meat that get sent to us prepackaged. I think she got something over there too. But
she just walked out.
no, I'm not done. So she had a full cart too. Like she had a lot of stuff. Like she had a big cart, like someone that has like a family of 5 or something.
Well, when you buy 3 steaks,
Yeah, well,
I mean, if you're single,
and it wasn't like, I'm not saying like she just came in, bought meat, and left. No, she had a full cart. She continued shopping, and then like 20 minutes later, we see, from where we are, we could see her start to head over to the registers. And so we called the upfront manager to let him know, hey, watch this person. They have a lot of stuff, very valuable stuff. We want our money, And so he's like, yeah, of course. And I have no idea what was going on in his mind, but she went to the self-checkout. Well, it should have been the first red flag. Like, you need to stand there and watch her. She went to the self-checkout, started ringing her stuff up, and then she asked him for, like, more bags. So he left to get more bags. And
he
then
didn't say, hey, you, college girl, stand here.
Yeah. So he left to get more bags, and then I'm assuming she was like, all right, print receipt, and left. Because you know how she got her receipt, because we can go back and print out the last receipt, because my manager ran up there as soon as he saw, he wanted to like kind of watch from a distance. As soon as he saw that receipt, he went to print out the last receipt. Her receipt was about this big.
Oh, dear God.
$20. $20 is all she paid. So while the upfront manager left to get her more bags, she probably clicked print receipt and then just left. Straight out the door with the receipt.
Oh, put that back down. That was my Wi-Fi password on the other side there. No big deal. Don't worry about it. It's solo res. Even if you do, I can still cut it. Either way, I'll just put a big smiley face over you.
Yeah. Anyways, so
so I was just like watching him, like,
so
please put that down.
So she has a receipt about that big, and it's, well, I guess the viewers won't even be able to see it. Can I show them this?
Yeah, use a map.
It is about this big. Okay, $20 was all she paid.
Yep. Yeah.
And then I don't know what she did, if she just kind of just threw stuff in her car or
Times are
what.
tough.
But just walked out the door with her cart of groceries.
That's like when you paying for your PS5 by saying it's 5 pounds of oranges.
Yeah.
Hey, I paid. I picked the most expensive fruit.
Yeah.
It still only cost me $10. But I paid.
Yeah.
Was that the only thing exciting?
That was the main eventful thing.
Ah.
And then the
Thievery
rest
is
was
the most
just
exciting.
a lot of other, just like, it just got off and on busy.
Yeah, that was the worst.
I didn't get to take my break till like 1:30.
Yeah, I know. When you text me and answer my text,
That's
when I know you're at lunch.
That's when I was on lunch, yeah.
Well, anyways.
Well, yeah, because see, that's when I was texting you yesterday about the whole presentation with the James Webb.
Yeah, I was at lunch too at that time.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
But you didn't have enough time to look at Peyton's snap. Oh, you didn't have enough time to look at Kyle's snap.
Well, that was before lunch.
Oh, and you just clicked out of it?
Yeah. Well, I opened it, saw James Webb, and went.
I thought maybe it would have intrigued you, like James Webb what?
I didn't. I was just like, okay.
Because
James
literally
Webb.
the next word was presentation.
I literally read James Webb
Nope.
launch excitement, and I was like, okay.
But then, like, the next line was like presentation, and then it was like the auditorium or whatever.
Even then, it's still like.
Or there was a Zoom link.
Even then, it's.
Which is why I was like, oh yeah, let's have a watch party. We don't have to go there. We just watch it on Zoom.
But
And
like,
then
they're
you're like,
we just watched the NASA launch.
no, but I didn't. But I'm saying, Yes, we can watch the NASA launch.
Or we can watch Everyday Astronaut. His streams are always good.
Yeah, of course you can watch the launch. I'm saying this is a presentation about why this is so monumentous.
But I've watched like probably.
But you don't
20
care, and I get
I
that.
have watched 20 to 30 videos.
I didn't know
worth
you
of
didn't
James
care.
Webb.
I
So-
didn't know you didn't care.
Well, anyways, so. Oh my god, this is a teleprompter. I went to plug it in.
Mhm.
I plugged it in to my splitter over there, okay? My monitor flashes, and then I'm zoomed in, and this is no longer the primary monitor. It is a secondary monitor because all my icons got shifted over onto this monitor.
What?
That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, what the So I'm like unplugging it, trying to. Nothing I did would stop it from doing it. Every time you turned it on, it just. And then once you unplugged it, that doesn't fix it. You have to hard reset it with it unplugged.
Wait.
I had to turn off the computer like 5 times to
Yeah.
so it would go back to the original settings because there's nothing in the settings to. It's the same. What pisses me off? It's the same resolution. It's 1080p, 1080p, 1080p. They're all 1080p. The TV out there is 1080p.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, though, when you plug it into the splitter, it just.
The resolution's like 720.
I don't know what happens. It just zooms. Like, everything gets bigger. My icons all move over here because this becomes my secondary monitor instead of my first monitor.
When you plugged in that.
Yeah, I do not. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. That thing shouldn't even be communicating with the computer, but somehow it is. It should just be taking in HDMI signal and spitting it out in 4 different channels. But maybe it's just the 3rd channel. I don't know. I didn't want to reset my computer for the 6th time to figure it out.
So what'd you do?
I ordered a display port to HDMI adapter. I'm just going to plug it straight into my graphics card and just use it as a 3rd display because I am not going through that again. Because if I plug it into there, it can screw with settings all at once because these are going to stay as they are because it won't interfere with these.
You're gonna plug it straight into the graphics card?
Yes. So now I have a 4-way splitter for nothing. I bought that months ago specifically for that, thinking because I had a double splitter already. I didn't need
you're
it.
already using what, 2 or 3 ports, right?
I'm using 2. One is an input and 2 are outputs.
Oh, okay.
I didn't need it because I have a double.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't need. Well, now I have it. At some point, I might put a TV here. Like if I ever upgrade that TV.
Oh yeah, and then the same.
Well, no. I'm gonna put the old TV out there in here and use it as like for if I'm ever streaming like Mario Kart or something.
Mm-hmm. And then so then you're gonna buy a new TV
Yeah,
because they're just like stupid cheap.
pretty much. But that's 2022, and God knows if I'll still be here. Like it'll be sometime in 2022. So
Yeah.
judging by how spending patterns and prices and yeah. With stupid tires I have to buy, which I'll have to pay my dad back, but that's okay. That's at least it'll only cost me.
Oh,
$2.
I thought he was paying. I thought he was helping you with that price.
No,
you had to
he-
pay him back that.
Well, he didn't say it, but I told him I would.
Oh, so you.
Well, I'm not gonna leave the man hanging on $500.
I thought he was gonna help you out, help a kid out.
No, he already pays my he already pays $1,000 in my insurance.
Oh,
For
that's
my
true.
car insurance, and pays for my cell phone bill, which has been stupidly high recently. Which is funny. If we
Do
account,
you still have the highest bill
if we account for the you mean the lowest?
or the low?
If you don't account for the data usage, I have the lowest telephone bill at $36.
And with the data use,
Well, let's just say,
you're number one.
oh yeah.
You're number one.
But I don't even understand how he went over 3 gigs this month, because the last 2 weeks I don't understand. But like the last gig, it just I'm like, what? It just I don't understand. But This month though, I have the Wi-Fi at the bank. I have Wi-Fi here. We should be good. If it goes over, Verizon's getting a phone call because I'm gonna be like, listen, I don't use data. I'm driving.
Unless you're.
So if the rate at which Google Maps takes up data now,
Do you use Google Maps every time you go to work?
no.
Oh.
But like, if something changed where like there's a data rate change between and those.
Wait, so when you pay this month, aren't you paying for September? Like, isn't it always a month behind?
No, you pay for the month you just used because that's how they get you to pay for the extra gigs.
Wait,
that
so
use.
it's October, so you just paid for September.
Well, I haven't paid anything. He didn't ask for it. I'll just pay him back.
Well, no, I'm just saying September is when we went on a trip out west.
Right. That we.
Oh, we're using my phone.
We were.
Oh, never mind then.
But it doesn't matter. I was still working at the co-op too.
Oh, that's true. Well, I was thinking because we were using my phone. I thought maybe we were using your phone at one point, but because Google Maps.
And I don't understand how I use it.
Just get unlimited data, or is that too much?
Well, with the amount of data I've been overusing, yeah, unlimited data would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, I'm the only person that uses that data. I don't know how my brother doesn't use data. He literally plays Pokemon Go constantly
Really?
without data, with data. So I don't understand how he doesn't burn through data. But me looking at Instagram, that burns it like crazy. Not even looking at videos. The irritating part is news articles. They play video ads. And there's no settings. You can't change that because every site's different. So you can't, unless you have an ad blocker on, there's nothing you can get around it. So you just have, essentially, a high-resolution video playing constantly. Because the ad just runs over and over and over and over and over while you're reading the article. There's nothing you can do. And that's how the data...
On the mobile version?
Yeah. They just run.
Wait, mobile versions have ads?
Yes.
Oh.
And the data limit just... You have no idea why, because I'm just reading a news article. It's the stupid ads. Because a news article should only be a few kilobytes of information.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the ads. So if anything, I should be giving a middle finger to freaking to ad companies, because stop having I don't even look at your ads anyways. Your video ads mean nothing. They just piss me off, and I don't want to buy your product.
But they need some way to pay for the media. Like, how do you pay the reporters?
I will literally pay $1 per month if it means I never have to look at another goddamn ad ever again. But no, that doesn't mean anything. You can pay dollars per month just so you can look at more articles on, like, the New York Times and stuff. I'm like, but I still have to look at ads? Just charge a higher rate, damn it. I don't want to look at the ads.
Yeah.
Because they just slow things down.
It would make life a lot easier.
Or just ship me the stupid newspaper. If that's... And then at least I can use them for... Then at least I can burn them and use them for heat.
Oh, yeah. Because come wintertime, you're going to need it.
Yeah! The freaking world.
Except you don't have a fireplace like mine that you can throw stuff in.
Well, I mean, if I broke the glass, I could. Anyways,
Yeah, we have an actual a wood-burning fireplace. I don't know how they trust us with that, but they do. We haven't used it yet.